back. Welcome back to Barbershop Talking Random Ish. I am the Master Barber, Rick Kane. We got chair number 1 back filled correctly with the scalper himself. What's good with you, my boy?
Yep. This is I'm in class today.
Yeah, we all in class.
You know, I started my little journey a week ago, but I'm really learning some good stuff. You know, so that I'm gonna take out this room and we're gonna implement.
Yes, sir.
This is what I got going on right now.
Yes, sir. Now, and what he's talking about is we on the second week of the New Year's resolution series for the month of January, and we talking about men's health. And we got 2 brothers that I grew up with, and we're chubby kids. We gonna, you know, and they took it upon themselves to change their lifestyle. And it had to be a lifestyle change. Everything that I know about this whole trying to change your body, trying to get healthy, it has to be a lifestyle change.
Total.
And with that being said, we got my boy Ishues here, who this has always been his lifestyle. Coming from not only from the martial arts side, boxing and every form of combat discipline, he's a part of it, has been a part of it. Quick question, Issue. How have your martial arts and or your combat sport lifestyle, how did that transfer to your MC?
Yeah, that's easy. I actually used to train myself. Like, I would hit the bag and rap. Like that. Okay, so I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said, how does that translate into your MCing? I'm so glad that you said that. Because a lot of rappers don't MC anymore.
Absolutely.
So being an MC means that you have to project your voice. You have to command the audience. You have to move the crowd. It has to be your energy. It can't be the energy off the music.
Yeah.
If the music's not working, you still as an MC, if the PA is not working, you as an MC still have to go out there and command the crowd. So that means the same mechanisms that it takes to be able to spar for 3 rounds. I mean, for 3-minute rounds or whatever the case may be. You gotta move, you gotta punch, you gotta breathe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move around the ring and all of that kind of stuff. You know, you got a mouthpiece on, you gotta breathe, you know what I'm saying? Breathe through the mouthpiece and all those different things. All those different things translate to being on stage, running from one side to the other. You know what I'm saying? Remembering the same, like, when you boxing or when you fighting, you gotta remember things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You gotta remember. Boom. Okay, he caught me with that. All right. He likes to throw that. So while you in there in a high stress situation, you gotta be thinking and remembering and all that kind of stuff. So it's literally the same thing when you on stage. It's a high stress situation. So you gotta remember your lyrics. You gotta remember what parts you gotta breathe on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like part of when you in there and you fighting, you know, you gotta know where to take a breath. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know when and where to breathe.
Okay.
And it's the same thing when you MCing, especially like sometimes I'll go rapid fire and people like, when did you breathe? I'm like, you know, you gotta know when to breathe. You gotta know when to find those spaces to breathe. So it's the same thing. When you in the ring, you get rock pow, like, okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta find those places to take a breath and keep going. So I've always used one to condition the other.
Okay.
Because that's always been, like, if you even go back to my first ever music videos called Let It Build. I did that in 2003, 2004, something like that. But I'm in the gym training while I'm rapping.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the bag while I'm rapping. You know what I'm saying? So that came from when I knew I had to do a show or I had something going on. I would play my music, hit the bag, and rap while I'm hitting the bag.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
Right. So I'll be hitting the bag, and moving and rapping at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And to condition myself to be able to go out on stage and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that same, you know, being able to move and exercise and hit and still talk and think.
Yeah.
You need that for boxing as well. You
Wow.
need that for fighting as well. You know what I'm saying? When you in a fight, you relax. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody, you ever get into somebody, get it with somebody, and they tense up, they can't fight.
Okay.
Off the rip.
Okay.
Now you get into somebody, and then you see them relax, and they like, they shoulders drop, and they like, all right, let's get it. Now you got to worry about that one. You know what I'm saying? Because he understands that, okay, when you in a fight, you got to relax because you got to be processing. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing as an MC. When I'm on stage, I got to be processing who he's not feeling me. Okay, I got to project my energy at him. This is going on, that's going on. I see this going on in the crowd. You know, you got to be cognizant of a lot of things.
Okay.
So I've always used martial art training and boxing and all that kind of stuff to enhance my ability as an MC, not a rapper. Totally different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As an MC, you know what I mean, on stage. Because a lot of rappers now, a lot of young kids now, you know, like they just play their music.
Yeah, that irks me. And that, I'm talking about, you talking about something that makes me want to walk out.
Yeah.
If I come to see you rap, and you rapping over you rapping, that irks me.
They be
It irks me bad.
Yeah, so that's why I'm glad you said MCing.
And that's why Montu called me the old man in the room. That irks me. But since you brought it up, got a quick question for you, Chris. Top 5 MCs. Let's get it. I don't want to hear everybody top 5 MCs. If you brought it up, let me get it.
I know you're not gonna like this, but Tupac is still my number one.
Okay.
He is my number one.
Why
Tupac.
you say you're not gonna like it? I need to get into that one.
Oh, it goes back to one summer at the garage, but that's no need to get in there.
Yeah.
Right
Okay.
now. Tupac is my number one.
Okay.
Nas, Common. I didn't mention that tonight. The argument.
You know we got you recorded, so play this back.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah. That's good because I'm not gonna remember it. I would say Common, for me, Chuck D. He's in my top 4. I mean, Public Enemy taught me what it was real like to be black. I learned what it meant to be black from Public Enemy. So Chuck D, and I'll say Eric B.
Okay.
That's
go.
my top 5.
Me, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna say Q,
Okay.
KRS-One.
Okay.
Give me. Well, it's hard for me, man, because it's some new people that I like now. But they don't have. They don't have enough. They don't have enough catalog yet to be on the list with some of my top 5.
Okay.
You know. Now I gotta put. Well, I need 3 more. I gotta put Dre and Big.
Okay. Dre and Big. Okay.
Big held his own with Dre.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
And then for 5, it's hard, man. But I would probably say Rakim just because that was the god to me back then.
Let me get your boom.
Oh, okay. You already know the top of my list is 3 Stacks. Nas. M. I'm sorry, back up. Sorry, I let my boy out. Biggie number 2.
That's 4. I mean, that's 4.
Right now, I had to rearrange
you doing it all? Oh, okay.
Biggie number 2 for me. Nas. What did I say?
You said 3 Stacks.
Eminem, and Rakim.
Okay. I'm gonna give you mine. There's not an order. J Nas, 3 Stacks, Black Thought, and Rakim.
Yeah, Thought definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 out of my top 5 I've been privileged to work with, so thankful for that. So KRS-One was number 1, and I was personally mentored by him, so so that's another reason why. But before I was mentored by him, and before I went on tour with him and learned everything I learned from him, he was number 1 in my book. So fortunate to say I got a chance to do that. Black Thought from the Roots.
Okay.
And I was fortunate enough to share a stage with him on my journey. Him and KRS-One at the same time, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Grape Street in Philly. We was on the Keep Right tour. me and KRS had already established our relationship. Like when I felt like it, I'd take over his show. And so we was already in the groove, we freestyling, and then Black Thought comes out. Yo, he was in Philly, he was like, yo, Black Thought wanna come out. So he came out with a microphone and he freestyling. So I was in the middle, KRS was on one side, Black Thought was on one side, and we was in the literal freestyle cypher. And I'm outside of my body looking at this. Like,
yes, sir.
and this is when I came back to Athens from here, I was like, nobody can touch me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody can touch me. Like, with this MC and rapping shit, nobody. I'm like, am I in a freestyle cypher with Black Thought and KRS-One? And I'm holding my own. It's like I'm playing 21 with Michael Jordan and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So Black Thought, KRS-One, Nas, never got a chance to work with him yet. I say yet because I think it's coming at some point. Who else? Big Daddy Kane. Okay. And Eminem.
Okay. Okay.
That's my top. No particular order. That's my top 5.
Beautiful lady. Let me get yours. So you shy tonight. Okay.
And one thing I will say though, out of the newbies that's out there, I'm really liking that Toby and Greekway. It's 5. Yeah.
Yes, sir, boy.
Definitely, I'm liking Kendrick. Right now, Toby is just on replay.
Kendrick has vastly moved his way up.
Yeah.
He in my top 15 right now, but he's steady. He's steady going up. But yeah, Toby, man. Toby is
ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, fellas. When we went to break, everybody was explaining and talking about their fitness journey, and talked about how the nutrition. If you ain't got a nutrition, you really just playing with yourself. To me, God is the greatest comedian in the world. God, and one thing I just sit back and laugh at all the time is, God took men sexual peak and he gave to about 30,
stupid.
But right at 20 something, 30. And then he took the woman, got her getting hot at 38.
Yeah. Figure this out.
Figure this out. Sexual health. In the 20s and 30s, and even my 40s, sex was something that I used to help with stress. About the late 40s, 50, sex became a stressor.
Yeah, definitely agree. Yeah.
Sex became a stressor. And I know y'all ain't gonna talk about it, but that's my job. I'm the guy that gonna talk about it. When that thing ain't working, when that thing says, nah, not tonight.
Yeah.
Can we come?
Yeah.
And when you come from a family like we come from, namely my dad, my uncles, sex is something you do. And when you can't do it, you almost start feeling like you're less than a man. I remember I used to say, and I beg God for forgiveness for saying this, that if my dick stopped working, I want to die.
Yeah.
I did not want to be here. That's how my sexuality was tied into my self-worth. I even go back further than that. High school, college. My sexuality was what gave me value. Me being able to go out and knock her down was that's how I value me.
Yeah.
So imagine I'm in there with a new her, and that thing ain't working. Or it ain't working like it's supposed to work. It ain't as hard as it's supposed to be.
But you
kids to bed.
Hey,
Go to bed.
but this is one of these things that we don't talk about. These are the conversations that we don't have.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I had this conversation with my boys. Me, Lee, Sam, Larry, we in the basement. And it came up. And I never forget, this is how I knew that this was going to be a conversation on this show. My boy Sam said, we don't talk about that.
Nah, we don't.
We don't.
We do not.
Your sexual health, being able to please your partner. I never forget, I was in therapy one day. And me and my therapist was talking, and it was about a vet. 60 years old. I think he had to have an emergency, get me out of there and talk to him. His thing wasn't working. His whole life was tied into his sexuality. Being able to get it. That thing ain't working, man.
Thank you for cleaning that up. Demonetized.
That thing ain't working, man.
I would like to say for us men.
Hold on. We're gonna let you get to it. Right. Now, walking into the drugstore, not drugstore, the corner store. You got Rhino.
You got honey pack.
Honey pack. Stay hard. What's the black one?
The gorilla.
No, that Rhino. I know what you talking about. What's the black one? Some hard. But they got all these. Sex is big business.
Oh, yeah.
So you gonna find anything, bro. I whispered it on my phone. Every other app, every other ad on my phone is about a honey pack, a pill you can take. So sex is very important. There's not a person in here that don't want to be able to please their mate. When we become a certain age, that thing ain't working like it's supposed to, like it used to. Because if we go lower, it's working for most of us like it's supposed to. Because you ain't got that same testosterone that's flowing through. It ain't like that no more. So fellas and Chris, since you was finna start, at what ages are we do it start to take a considerable dip, and what can we do we ain't gonna get back to the 20s and 30s. We ain't gonna get there back. No. But how can we make sure that we can have a good quality of life?
As we age as men, I think your cardio is really important. Say it. Because what makes a good erection is blood flow.
That was flow, man.
And so, so when you have problems with your ticker and you can't pump blood throughout your body, especially from the distant parts of the, then it makes it tough. All right, because your testosterone drops. Back in the day, you were younger, the wind blow hard.
Yes, sir.
You got a great erection.
Yes, sir.
Probably about a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so staying active really helps that. And it all ties back into how active you are and what you eat.
Yeah. The diet definitely plays a part.
The diet plays a big part of it.
Go ahead, Rico. Go ahead, kick on in.
Just with the diet, if you get certain nutrients into your daily diet, a weekly diet, it'll definitely help you out. The melons, the watermelons, you get introduced vinegar into your diet, the apple cider vinegar. Things like that help to boost those things. Also, exercise like Kegel exercise. You can get out and do thrusts and strengthen the areas.
Yeah. Now, Rico, since your journey with the fitness was later, what was your before?
Well, before, very few girlfriends, very few, on the internet stuff, growing up. I was the big guy. Girls loved me to death, but I was their brother.
Yes, sir.
So that's how it always was for me growing up. You be a brother long enough with a few ladies, and you might be something better than a brother. But it wasn't many. You ain't had the time to try them all the way like that. But as I've gotten older and got myself in better shape, the attention is a lot more intense from the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you have to really reward yourself, because I don't believe in, you know, just transferring that energy with just anybody.
Yes, sir.
It's just not a safe place for me, and definitely with far as health reasons, as far as diseases and things, it's definitely not healthy to be just wilding out.
Mm-hmm.
But the attention is good. You know, the attention is gratifying sometimes, just to know that, you know, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as performance, you get that diet, like Chris said, you get that cardio in, man, so that you able, and then not just for the blood, but for the stamina.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's tough at our age, you know.
Yes.
And, you know, some, and I'm not going to say it. We at the barber shop.
Yeah, we at the barber shop. Go ahead.
All right.
I can clean it up.
As you get older, this might be controversial, but some of the younger ladies are fine. They start to see you as, you know, this wisdom and this. They know they're coachable ladies. They want to coach, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you better be ready, you know. you better be ready. They still got that fire, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they expect you to have that fire too, even at your age. So, you know, you have to pick your spot too. One thing is a big indicator though, if you still waking up every morning and in the morning, well not necessarily every morning, but you know, good morning, you got a good one in the morning, that's a good indicator that you got your flow is operating well.
Okay.
You know.
Absolutely.
All right. Issues.
I'm gonna piggyback on what Chris said. Activity. You gotta stay active. You gotta. Okay, so God willing, I haven't gotten to that point yet, right?
Okay.
And I think it has a lot to do with my lifestyle. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that, because when I was, like right now I'm about 235. That's like a comfortable weight for me, 6'3", 235.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I was almost 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 270, 280, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not really that active, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I was out the gym. I might have been playing ball or something like that or whatever. So I've always kept that up. I've always kept up some sort of activity, right? I don't play ball as much now, but at one point, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm always playing ball with my sons or my brothers, and that was like a big thing in our family. So I always hooped, even if I wasn't in the gym training. But even when I was 270, 280, you know what I'm saying, totally out of shape, my performance would suffer, but it would be because, like you said, blood flow is a big thing, right? So you gotta do things to stimulate the blood flow. But my breathing,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because the same type of breathing that you gotta have to get you through a workout, whether that's in the ring or whether that's in you know what I mean, you hit weights, whatever the case may be, you gotta know how to breathe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to breathe. So a lot of times when you can't get that, then that's when
Yeah, you done. Yeah, you missed the moment. Then you start over. Yeah.
Well, when you can manage yourself, you can manage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your breathing and all that kind of stuff. Like that comes from a workout regimen, things like that.
Yeah.
It makes it a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm, you know, I still stay pretty active. Like, you know what I mean? So but the same thing, like me and my dad have these conversations too. Like I say, he's 68, and you know, he ain't had no problems yet. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just attribute that to the fact that, like I say, I've always grown up. When he always say, like, my pop used to always say, you don't get old until you stop. You know what I'm saying? You don't get old until you stop. You know what I'm saying? Once you stop, then your body start breaking down. You start getting, you know what I mean? But if you maintain a healthy, active lifestyle, and again, I'm just speaking for myself personally. Yeah.
And I didn't, to piggyback on you, I've noticed a difference between being in shape and being out of shape, just as far as definitely the stamina and I don't know if I need to go there, but with the ladies.
Yeah.
There's time when you gotta try to hold a certain posture or position.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's because it's about, you know, and being able to hold is a very, it builds your confidence too, that I can stay here, you know.
Yeah.
But I know for me, man, I've been in the gym working hard, man, but sex is some different stuff because it's been some some shaking and things that you know that you don't even get from the gym, bro. You know, it take you to a limit that you're almost heart bursting. You know, so you better have that heart rocking. You gonna be trying to.
But a lot of times though, like people don't treat it like the same thing. Like I treat it like the same thing. So, like a lot of you get in there because like in boxing, right? You sparring. You in there, you sparring with somebody. If you're excited and you're not thinking,
no.
At the end of the 3 minutes, you
burnt. Yeah, you burnt out.
Right? But if you thinking and you breathing correctly, it's like, okay, all right, cool. I got 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. It's even more like, you know, I always say the 2 truest forms of intimate expression is fighting and effing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say words no more. You know what I'm saying? Fighting and sex.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 most intimate forms of expression. So in the same way, when you in there and you excited, you just you're not even paying attention to nothing. And after a while, it's like 2 minutes later, you're like, oh,
no defense. Yeah. Straight offense. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you treat it like you breathing with it. You know what I'm saying? Keeping yourself thinking. Same thing, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah.
So issue with you saying that. So you saying since you comparing them on the same plateau, sex and working out,
fighting,
boxing, whatever. So would you suggest? I'm just asking that. Before, should we go in the bathroom and start like,
It's either one or the other. It's either one or the other.
Loose.
Yeah,
get that blood flowing. Right.
I mean, you can work out a little bit and do something. I ain't gonna say work out, but do a little something, get the blood flowing, get you know what I'm saying, like whatever, stretch, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff. But honestly, a lot of that has to do with up here.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that has to do with up here. So, you know, like there'll be times where it's not up here. So
for sure.
I'm tired of that's all I got right now.
Yeah.
But like if I really want to make a point, you know what I'm saying? Okay, get a little ready, get my mind ready, and then boom.
Yeah, he said something interesting right there because mentally, you know, how you approach it means a lot as well, right? Yeah. Because look, I've never felt the way you did about your. You know what I'm saying? So once I learned where kids come from, I was like, well, there's no way I'm gonna satisfy these damn women. I'm just gonna go in here what I got and do it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? If she like it, she like it. If she don't, she don't. Yeah. You know, so but then there are exercises you can do as men to help endure, you know, that sexual act. Like push-ups, like flutter kicks, like leg lifts, reverse crunches, planks, some type of isometric movement where you're holding your core still because you need a lot of flexibility. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He mentioned young women. Yeah, that's a whole other that's a whole other ball game. I don't even want to get into it.
We prepare for you, my brother.
Right. Young women.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know what? Well, see, it's not even because. Women over the age 38.
Listen,
They have been more of a problem for me.
They're more of a problem. Yeah, that's a fact.
And when I say young, I'm 51, so I'm talking the early 30s. That's young to me.
It's still too young. They still fertile. They still very fertile there. That's too fertile.
Yeah. 35, 38, like
Well, let me ask you this: boner pills.
I don't take them.
No.
Never take
them. What have you? Your profession, what you do with? Have y'all heard any negative? Well, I can tell you all the negatives because I'm probably I got a crew of fellas and we probably done tried them all.
Yeah.
And why? And I know why they make them because sex sells. Sex is probably the number one.
Well, they started out as a cardiac medicine is what
a lot of them. Yes,
that's what. What is it? Viagra started as a cardiac medicine.
Yeah,
and then they found like, hey, you know, a few inches down here, it's you know what I'm saying, it's really opening you up those blood vessels down there. I've never taken them, so I can't really speak on them. Me personally, I tell you what my routine is to last sexually is to go right over here to Bishop Park and work out for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Right? I run 10-minute intervals. All right? I set my timer 10 minutes and I run 10 minutes. All right? Take a 1-minute break, run another 10 minutes. All right? After that, I do as many push-ups as I can do. All right, there's places where you can do chin-ups. Sometimes I bring a band and I do chin-ups, so I can do as many chin-ups as I can do. And I use some of those steel bleachers, and I do some reverse sit-ups, some leg lifts. That's what I do, all right, to keep my heart pumping.
Yes.
And keep my blood flowing. And making sure I have enough endurance so when it's time to get it on, you know what I'm saying, I can actually get it on.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to put the work in as you get older, because you don't have that luxury of, I'm 20 years old.
Yeah.
I can roll out of bed.
Testosterone on
Right.
tap.
Yeah. So
untapped testosterone.
right, and so you have to put that additional work in to make sure you're able to withstand the rigors of basic sex.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I'm gonna tell you something else too.
No matter what you do, I mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
Whether you're boxing, running, yoga, whatever, riding a bike, kayaking, all that kind of stuff. It actually matters.
If I had a good day at the gym, especially if I sparred, I just love, it's just something blissfully. Yeah, I love punching and getting punched in the face. Anyway, or punching and not getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
Because my sweater say the art of boxing. The art of boxing is to hit without getting hit.
Yeah.
So if I done did like 3 or 4 rounds, and I had 3 or 4 good rounds, and I go home and mine like, she knows she got some work on her hands.
Yeah.
Because like I already did the work, like you said. You know what I'm saying?
Got the
I'm
heart
already
rate up.
coming back, heart
Yeah.
rate up. You know what I mean? I done went 3 rounds. I'm feeling good. I ain't breathing hard. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. They're like, oh, that's what we doing? Oh,
Yeah.
let's get it. But what I'm gonna say too, I've tried the little pills every once in a while, like never from and this is not no cap, but never just from the standpoint like, oh, I need this. I mean, like I said, sometimes I'm like, oh, something going on. I gotta prove a point tonight. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's never done anything different than what already happens to me naturally. It's never like I've never taken one that's enhanced me further than where I'm already am naturally. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, I just start messing with them. But I will tell you something though that does work. CMOS.
Yeah.
CMOS.
I got to get back on CMOS too.
CMOS.
Yeah, I was on it for a while.
Boy, get on CMOS, you better be careful. Woo! And that was chilling. But yeah, CMOS does a lot of things, but that's one of the things that, it'll get that thing.
Oh, the other supplement I would like to recommend is beetroot. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
take
I heard of beetroot. I never
beetroot.
take
It's good for your circulation as well.
Yes.
And so I can't stand the taste of a beet, but I can somehow put it in a little scoop in some water
Yeah, a little powder.
and suck it down.
You do like fresh beets?
No, I don't do that.
Juice fresh beets. It's totally different.
I had some.
I can't
juice
stand
like
beets.
that.
I
Yeah.
like the
You're right.
beets. I can't stand it ever since a kid. But when I started juicing, because I take it for like high blood pressure, all that. You know how we get.
Yeah.
It's good for your circulation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But fresh beets, juicing fresh beets like beet, apple, celery. It's a nice one.
At the Journey Juice place on Satula, they have a beet drink like that. That's exactly what is in it. But no, I just get the cherry blend you get from GNC.
Yeah.
You get that beetroot powder and mix it with a glass of water or some apple juice, something like that. That's really good for your heart and for your blood circulation as well.
Okay.
So that's one supplement I can't co-sign it up.
Okay.
And then one other thing too is just for the listeners and definitely for the youngsters, if anybody listening, that fapping or
Vaping, yeah.
corn, watching corn. It kind of, I don't want to say the word, I don't know if we can say it on here, but watching it kind of desensitizes you in that aspect. So you get to a situation where you got to have that in order to reach that in that point where you can have a good erection. But
Drinking too much alcohol too.
alcohol definitely
Too much alcohol will do it as well.
Okay. Fella. Once again, Chris,
Yes, sir.
what can they find you? How can they, if somebody want to become a client and and then once we talk about talk about the pricing, because that is one of the things that has kept a lot of people from going. I can't afford it. Mm-hmm. Talk about that.
Pricing for me, I try to make it affordable to the masses. All right. So as an introductory package to new clients, you get 12 45-minute sessions for $420. All right, and then you get 3 free for a rate review. Mm-hmm. All right. So I do all my business by repeat. So a rate review means everything for me, right? And so you're willing. I take payments. You don't have to pay it all up front. You can make a bi-weekly payment until we're all squared away. So that's how I typically go about pricing, and that usually goes pretty well for most people. All right, because I can understand $420. That all up front can be, it can put people in a jam.
Yeah.
So I try to work with people because it's a serious investment in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And for me, that price, that makes you accountable. All right. Mm-hmm. If you want to give me $420 for you not to show up, cool.
That's on you.
But that's bad for business because I want you to keep coming back.
Yeah.
And I want you to see the results and how this is going to work, and then how you're going to feel afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's how I charge, and I really only have a 45-minute session, and it's $45 a session.
Okay.
And so
what's the name of you again?
It's Elite Bodies Personal Training. So you can find me at elitebodiespersonaltraining.com, or you can hit me on Facebook, Instagram at Elite Bodies Athens. Okay. 470-991-1490.
Okay. Issues.
Art of Boxing Training Center. We're located 1001 Winterville Road, right at the edge of Winterville Road and Nellie B. Right on the left, coming from Nellie B. Hit Winterville is right there on the left, right across the street from Family Dollar. Mm-hmm. Telephone number is 706-614-7585. Now, as far as working on the website stuff, we just got started over there in July. I have the website completed. It's just not up, but it's coachishboxing.com. And you can also just look up my Facebook and all that kind of stuff. But we have I try to do a lot of things over there. I try to address not just physical health but mental health as well, because we have the space over there to do it. So I try to address anger management, those type of things. We got kids programs. I have a program called Check Hook. That's the hat I have on right now, where it's boxing and chess. So we do youth programs. We do personal training, whether it's fitness, a little bit of yoga, martial arts, like street combat martial arts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Self-defense classes, and then the primary thing is boxing. You know what I'm saying? My prices, flat out, a month membership is $85 a month. No sign-up fee, just $85 a month. We're open 7 days a week. $85 a month will get you as much training as you can fit. If you want to come 2 times a week, 2 times a day, you can come 2 times a day. I got guys that come 6 in the morning and then may come 6 in the evening. You know what I'm saying? Get some morning work, get some evening work. So that covers that. Youth classes are $75 a month. We also have weekly rates and daily rates as well, just if you want to come in there and try a class. Same price for if you want to try the class just for a day, it's $25 just to try the class. But if you want personal training outside of class period, then it's $45 session for a 45-minute session for $45. Mm-hmm. But the best value is a 3-month membership, which is $210 for a 3-month membership. Like I said, no startup fee, none of that. But our most popular plan right now has been $85 a month straight up. And like I said, that'll get you either myself or Coach Tim Hall. I don't know if y'all know Tim Hall. He's a professional boxer for 20 years out of Athens. So I have him, and I have other staff members and trainers and stuff like that. So somebody will be there, you know what I'm saying, to give you that one-on-one work, give you that motivation to push. That's kind of what we specializing over there. You go to a lot of boxing gyms, you sign up and they just, all right, hit the bag, do whatever. They don't really work with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of specialize in, if you come here, we're going to work with you, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to give you the work necessary to reach whatever goal that is you're trying to reach, whether you just want to be competent with your hands and be able to defend yourself and your loved ones, we can do that. You want to compete, we can do that. You just want to get in shape, you want to look better, you want to, you know what I'm saying, slim up, bulk up, whatever it is, we can do all of it. Yes, sir.
All right.
And for me, I've had trainers before, and most of the time when I had trainers, they were like 30-minute session, $45. That was what it was. But me personally, now I'm trying to get into where I'm establishing my fitness company, and it just really grew on me because of so much conversation I was having with people asking me how you do it and what do I need to do. So I'm establishing the company Uglyduckling Mindset right now, and we're gonna try to lean more onto the virtual training and pricing and things. We hadn't worked out any of that stuff, but I'm very interested in getting with a lot of the other people from the city, like with Chris, and also Hakeem Long and 8 Fitness. And a lot of other people here, and try to get some boot camps going and things like that we can get people to try to get themselves jump started.
Yeah.
And really show them how you do these exercises so they won't hurt themselves and have their form correct. And so right now I'm kind of getting into it now.
Yeah.
And trying to establish something with Uglyduckling Mindset. So go to Uglyduckling Mindset on Facebook and check me out, join the page, and it's gonna I got a challenge I'm gonna issue next week. And it's really a diet challenge and also a exercise challenge, but it's just 3 bodyweight exercises needs you to do every day, for a week, along with a diet change. And then the challenge is going to stretch until the spring, until May. And this is something I'm just offering. You can just come to the page and check it out and get in the mix of it. And I'm guaranteeing you results if you are strict with yourself and stick to it. It's just something that I'm offering some of what I did for myself and for people that I know that don't know how to start, man.
Yeah.
Yes. And
That's the hard thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is, I have getting started.
Getting started.
Getting started.
And it's as simple as, you don't have to go into a gym and hurt yourself when you're getting started. Wall sits, stuff like that. Just doing 30-second wall sits, strengthen your knees so that you can go and do lunges and things. Preparing your body so that it's able to do hard work. A lot of times, people are big and they want to go lose weight, but you're not ready to go in there and do that kind of work that it's going to take to get you where you want to get. So you need the preparatory stuff. And I want to be able to offer that preparatory range where people get themselves prepared to go see a Chris or something like that.
And I think a lot of the fitness industry is kind of misleading because some of the stuff you see on TV, they make you think anybody can do this.
Yeah.
Certain, you see some TV ad 4:00 in the morning, and they got
Yes.
I don't know, some piece of gym equipment. Oh, anybody can use this, but that's totally not true.
Yeah.
Because we all come in, I don't know, wherever you start, you always come into it at a different spot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and then, certain past accidents, diabetes,
They flare up. Yeah.
all that kind of stuff plays a factor. And so you just can't go from 0 to 100 and try to work out whatever it is you're trying to do, or you find something on TV. You always have to progress to what you do. You can't just jump right into it.
That's how you hurt yourself.
And that's a common lie that's throughout the industry.
I think a lot of people need to be more realistic too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, they have the microwave mindset.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
it's gonna happen in 2 days. So one thing they gotta realize, you may go in the gym and work out, and you may gain 3 pounds.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you
a lot of times you will, because
Right.
especially
So
if your goal is to lose and you start
Squats.
working, right? Muscle weighs more than fat.
More than fat,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So a lot of times you'll gain muscle faster than you'll lose the fat. So you'll look a certain way, but the
Right.
scale won't
The
say.
scale
You know
won't
what I'm
say.
saying? But you have to be competent enough to know and explain it to them.
That's an education mentality part.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
they'll see, why am I working out? I gained 5
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah.
But they don't understand
Right.
that that's muscle that you don't,
Right,
you
but it
transform
takes
that fat
somebody.
into
It takes
muscle.
somebody educated enough. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To let them, because people get discouraged real fast.
Real fast.
Absolutely.
Man.
They get discouraged real fast. It don't take but one little thing, to go wrong, but you got to be able to walk them through it and get them to understand what the process is. And it usually happens just like that. Like, okay, you keep doing it, after a while, it's gonna catch up, and then you're gonna start losing the weight, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Start coming off easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, I want to thank y'all, man.
Yeah, no, that. Thank y'all.
I just want to say real quick before we leave, I want to collaborate with all of y'all.
Most
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like that's kind of my thing. Like I like to work with people.
Mhm.
I know a lot of times, like especially since I've been here, like even in the boxing space or the fitness space or whatever, a lot of times it be, oh, this is my thing and I'm doing this. This is my thing and I'm doing. Oh, this is my thing and I'm doing. And my thing is like, look, I want to reach out. You know what I'm saying? The more of us who can put our minds together in this space, I got a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I can learn from everybody at this table. You know what I'm saying?
Learn from you.
You know what I mean? We can learn from each other. You know what I mean? So I'm reaching out the olive branch to say, look, I'm over. Y'all know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Y'all welcome anytime. Yeah, I got you.
I'm
You know what
definitely
saying?
coming to
I
check it
definitely
out.
want to collaborate, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
And
Same.
I thank y'all, and I'm thankful that I can call y'all my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, been knowing y'all for what it.
Yeah, to the
Well, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I'm so thankful that I am getting to know and have gotten to know you, Issues, because I mean
Thanks.
these things, these relationships that we're building and putting this information out into the community so that they know that it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you got people that is where you're starting at.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
They've
never
been
too
there.
late.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, definitely.
Not too late.
Not too late.
Not
I
Never.
just,
Never too late.
like I just shared them earlier. I just started that. You know.
Yeah.
I haven't worked out since I stopped playing baseball in college, for the most part, and it was kind of scary at first. You know, your body was feeling a certain way after that first
Absolutely.
day. You like.
A little pain, yeah,
Right,
you know.
So I think that's what makes a lot of people kind of step back from it. You know, that's part of the process. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
Absolutely.
need to educate themselves before they just jump out there and go lift weights. Go to YouTube. Go on Google. Just educate yourself.
Get
first.
a competent trainer.
Yes,
So
yeah,
important.
definitely.
I'm just saying that for the masses. Like get a
Right.
get a competent trainer. Somebody who is, because a lot of times people always think they can train themselves.
Right.
People always be under the illusion that I could just get a Crunch membership and I could go in there and I could train myself, and that's what happens. You do too much, you do the wrong
Yeah,
thing,
you hurt yourself.
and you hurt yourself, and then it takes, and then it's like you take extra long to get back, and then after a while it's like,
Or you're in there 3 months, you don't see any results, and you're discouraged.
Yeah.
But a trainer keep you motivated.
Trainer
No,
keep
the
you
results are
motivated.
happening. They just not happening yet with what you can see. It's going on in the inside of you.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And like I said earlier, I think that the biggest thing is just to move, and I think Ragunda touched on it last week too. Just gotta move around.
You gotta act. You gotta
When
be
you
active,
walk,
man.
Do what you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
If you like being in your
move,
garden,
that's your first
go
start. Just
garden.
move around. You know?
Move. Yeah.
And then just slow baby steps.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then one thing for our age group too is you will, as you get past 35, you are gonna lose muscle mass.
oh yeah.
So you strength training is good for helping you maintain the muscle mass. Cause I talked to an older guy that I worked with for years. And when I started weight training and strength training and getting in shape, he's like, "Well, you're doing the right thing, Rico, because it's gonna be getting off of that sofa at 70 is hard. If you had this joint right here, you gotta work it. You gotta make sure this thing stays good.
Okay.
This is the main one
Uh-huh.
with all your movements. You go,
Right.
it's that joint right there. You gotta keep it active.
Okay. Well, fellas, I thank y'all.
Yes, most
I
definitely.
thank y'all for this conversation, and I want to continue having these conversations. So I want to be able to call on y'all in a given time when I need to have these conversations, so y'all can come back and get this information and help, because we need this. We need this. I need this.
Yeah.
So I'm begging for the help,
Yeah.
because
Black men, not to cut you off.
absolutely.
Black men are dying
Yeah.
at an alarming rate,
Absolutely.
at a much lower age than our fathers, than their generation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, and that's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? So this conversation is paramount.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why when you told me what it was, I'm like, whatever I got going on, I'm putting that aside. we need to sit down and talk about this because I personally, like, I've lost an untold amount of companions, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Brothers having strokes and all
Absolutely.
types of,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, I had
all
a
kind
stroke.
of, yeah,
Yeah, I
you
had
know what
one
I'm saying?
a year and a half ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like, whatever it is, whatever we consuming, whatever it is, that's a whole nother podcast topic we could get into.
Which is another conversation that I do want to have.
I'm
just
here
trying to
for
figure
it.
out
Let
the
me
right
know.
people to get in here so we can have
All
that
right.
conversation.
Yeah.
I talk about it all the
Yes,
time.
sir.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
we're gonna wrap this thing up, and like I say, I appreciate you fellas, and once again, shout out your businesses. Go ahead.
Elite Bodies Personal Training, 259 Winburn Avenue, Athens, Georgia, 30601. 470-991-1490. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Elite Athens and EliteBodiesPersonalTraining.com.
All right.
Coach Ish Boxing at the Art of Boxing Training Center over at 1001 Winterville Road, Athens, Georgia, 30605. Telephone number is 706-614-7585. The website will be up soon. It's CoachIshBoxing.com. And other than that, for any information, go to my Facebook or my Instagram. And my Facebook is Ishues, Ishues, Cuthbertson, Cuthbertson. And I have a social media for my gym too. It's not out there yet. So
We'll get it when you get it.
yeah.
And the Uglyduckling Mindset coming soon.
All right. This game called life is a series of moments. The past is just that, the past. Learn from it and be thankful for it. The future, prepare for it. It's coming. Let's get to the next one. The present, it's a gift. Enjoy the journey. Take pictures and thank God. It's time to sweep the floors, clean the clippers. Since ain't nothing going on too much this week, we might need the bathroom this week. The shop is closed.
Yep.
I like that y'all have my name in the podcast too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's, yeah.